I can't wait. Nah, I can't wait. Gotta go get to the money, gotta participate. Nah, I can't wait. I ain't starting late, starting on time, I'm on my grind.
What is going on, y'all? I hope you all had a great Christmas. We getting ready to step into the new year. And I kind of really want to just drop a video, kind of just talking about how Hyrox and working out pretty much for the most part, but definitely like endurance sports can really change your life. And by change your life, I really mean shift your mindset. Obviously, y'all know I'm very big on mindset. I feel like that is ultimately the thing that we need to get in touch to be successful in anything we like. If you get your mindset correct, you could be successful in anything. And one of those things that I know that definitely can help you is doing Hyrox. Being completely honest, I think this is why I love Hyrox so much, and I love doing the endurance sports endurance sports so much, because I understand where it can take you and the things that it does for your mindset and the different shifts that it can make. We don't take how strong the mind is. We don't take that serious enough. We really don't, right? I feel like we underestimate the power of the mind, and if we can control the mind and actually gain that power of the mind, we can literally go be successful in anything, right? For y'all that don't know, I am a hybrid athlete. I do endurance sports, and I've been specifically competing in Hyrox, and most importantly, I am a child of God. I am a real estate investor. I am 25 years old. I am a dad. I'm just all that. And the only way that I really can be successful at any of these things is through mindset. Seriously, that's it. So what a lot of things, working out, I've been playing sports my whole life. And playing sports, working out, doing all those things has allowed me to build a foundation that I'm able to build upon. And as I'm building upon that foundation, everything that I learn in sports, learn in working out, learn in fitness, learn in Hyrox, I'm able to apply it to life. So I really want to break this down for you all in a couple of different reasons and different ways that it could change your life, right? Hyrox for sure, right? So one of those things is, number one, discomfort becomes normal. Discomfort becomes normal. Literally in life, we have to understand that being uncomfortable is part of life. There's never really going to be a time where you're just comfortable. And what that means is you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Like, Hyrox literally teaches you that feeling terrible doesn't mean that you're like failing or it's over. It often means that you're probably on the right path. Yes, it hurts. The farther along you get in a race, the farther you get along, you're along in that training session, the farther that you get along during that workout, that means you're getting closer to where you want to be. You're getting closer to that result, whether that result is for you to finish or that result is for you to finish at a certain time. Whatever it is, it's able to let you know that being uncomfortable is okay and it's all right, because in life, things are going to happen. Things are going to hurt. And you're going to realize this is hurting right now, but I also understand this isn't the end of the world. This is hurting right now, but I understand it's not always going to hurt forever. At some point, I'm going to finish the race. At some point, I'm going to get that result that I want. So being comfortable being comfortable being uncomfortable is a skill that we have to have in life. Like, life is sometimes hard. So you have to understand that it's okay to be uncomfortable. You have to learn how to work out when you're uncomfortable. You have to learn how to push through pain. Your ankle hurting. Guess what? You still got to learn how to push through it, right? So just in life, like if you're parallel to life, you lost your job. You have to keep going, right? The mother of your child mad at you. You got to keep going. You having a bumpy road in a relationship. You got to keep going. You lost a family member. It's uncomfortable, but you got to keep going. And that's number one. Discomfort becomes normal. That's one of the biggest mindset shit that you can get from this. You redefine, number two, you redefine the word tired. how does this happen? You redefine what it means to be tired because you realize there's layers to being tired, right? You're not just tired. You may just be a little fatigued. Just because you're tired don't mean that you can't go another one, right? You can't go one more. You can't keep going. You can't keep going forward. You may be tired, but even though I'm tired, I still got more left in the tank. Because doing Hyrox, you start realizing even when you're tired, you still have to continue pushing. That's literally the thing about endurance sports. Being able to continue pushing when you're tired, even when you feel like you have nothing left in the tank, you start to dig a little deeper and realize there's something else left in that tank. So as we're going through things in life and things happen in life, you will be able to think back to that time where you thought you were tired during the race and you was able to continue pushing through that. So you're like, you know what? In our actual lives, when we may feel tired, or you may not feel like getting up, or you may not feel like making that offer, or you may not feel like making that call, you may not feel like being a parent that day, but you like, you know what? I'm able to continue going forward. I'm going forward. I'm not worried about getting all the way to the end, but am I able to take one more step? You redefine the fact that just because you're tired doesn't mean that you have nothing left. You have something left. You just have to dig deep enough to understand that this is not the end of the world. I can do even more than I thought I can do, even when I'm tired. Or even when I could do more than I even could do. Excuse me. Even when you're tired. Because a lot of people, we just give up. The first time we feel some uncomfortable situation, the first time we feel like we're tired, we give up. But you'll learn through doing Hyrox that that's not an option. The point is to literally run while you're tired. Run while your legs are hurting. Run while your body's hurting. Run and be comfortable and pushing weight while your heart rate is spiked. Operating when you're tired. You will redefine your definition of tired. I promise you. The next thing that I think that could really change somebody's mindset shift, or what is this that could change, is process over emotion. Doing Hyrox is not about hype. It's about execution. So you'll learn that in life and in a race, you got to break the race up into controllable chunks, and you have to focus on the process. You have to focus on, all right, cool, I know I have this long race. I know I have this long event that I have to continue pushing through stuff, but instead of thinking about, oh, I just trying to get to the last thing, you like, all right, what's the process I have to take, or what's the steps that I have to take to be able to get to that last thing or get to that result that I want. So you say, you know what? Instead of saying, I got to do this whole race well, or I have to do this whole thing well, you like, you know what? I just got to do this next step well, right? It's no longer about, I got to finish this race at this time. It's like, let me just do this well. Let me just finish this ski erg at this time. Let me just go unbroken on farmer carries. Let me break my wall balls into 25, right? You start breaking it up into controllable chunks. So now you're learning how to actually make a process happen instead of saying, you know what, I want this outcome. What processes do I have to take to get to that outcome? So now it takes the emotions out of it, because now you have a strategic plan on how you're able to do these things. You're not going to let the emotions of you feeling tired or you feeling like you're not getting you're not getting the result that you want. You're not going to let that get over to you too much, because you're just like, you know what? I'm just trying to do this next thing well. And as long as I do that, I'll be all right. And that's it. Number 4, no cap. Your ego gets stripped away. Your ego gets stripped away, bro. Like, as humans, as people, we have egos. Simple. We have egos, right? So you are, like, for me, let give you an example. You come out and you think, bro, I'm about to run as fast as I can. Your first one. And this is how I always know when somebody kind of knew the Hyrox, because I've done it. I did it when I first one. Came out smoking hot. Beat everybody there like, oh, I'm just going crazy. I'm just gonna go sprint. I'm gonna go as fast as I can on everything. I'm gonna max out. I'm gonna be better and faster than everybody at everything. Doing that would get you killed out there. You won't finish. What you have to do is you have to figure out, okay, cool. Just because I probably can push the sled a full length and my ego wants me to say, I can push this thing a full length, so why would I stop? You'll realize you have a whole race ahead of you. So why would I kill myself here when I know I still have a full race ahead of me? So say if I'm on sled push, instead of pushing the sled all the way through the line, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to break it up. Even though I can push it straight through without stopping, I'm going to push halfway, stop, give my leg a break. Then push again. And not worry about, oh, people going to think I'm weak because I'm not doing this. You're not even worried about what everybody else thinking because you understand that if I do this way, I can do it and it will work. But the thing is, am I going to be able to continue to maintain that throughout this race, throughout this training? And most of the time, the answer to that is no. So you start figuring out, you know what? Just because I can go without stopping on lunges, let me not do that. Or just because I can go and pull as hard and fast as I can on skis, I probably shouldn't do that. Your ego gets stripped away really quickly because you stop worried about what everybody else doing and worry about what are you trying to master. Because at some point, you start comparing yourself and survival kicks in. And you just like, what can I do not only to survive this, but also thrive through this? And it's the same way it got to be in life. If you change your mindset here in this way in life, in this race, the same thing can happen in life. You'll be able to say, you know what? I see everybody else going out here and getting the Lambos and getting the high cars and they getting the rooftop and all that stuff. And yeah, that's cool. But just because you can probably do that, should you? No, because you have a bigger goal in life. You have a bigger financial goal in life. You're trying to do generational wealth. You're not living for just right now. And this is the same thing that happens in the race. You get what I'm saying? You see how it compares? It goes from, okay, in the race, you're like, all right, I can't go all out right here, but I know I got a long race ahead of me. So let me not go ahead and just give it all right here. Let me be able to spread this thing out so I can make sure I got enough energy to last me so I can actually build what I'm looking to build or get to where I want to go or get the result I want to get. And that's the same thing you're going to do in life. I could go spend all my money. I could go party and enjoy all this stuff right now that everybody else doing. Or I could just and like puff my own ego up. Or I could say, you know what? It's something I'm actually trying to build here in life. So therefore, I don't have to go out here and live how everybody else is living right now because I have a longer race that I want to live. I'm building for something greater than myself. Same thing. The ego gets stripped. You'll learn how to... you become confidence through proof, right? So the thing is, when you finish this race, when you do, because you will, and when you get through that training, and when you've been through that ringer, you're going to say, you know what? I have enough confidence in myself because I've already proved to myself that I can do hard things and not quit. Now you've built this confidence up to say, bro, I can go do anything. Why is that? Not because you just feel that way. It's because you actually done something hard. So now you know that you can do hard things. You build that confidence up through proof. You literally prove to yourself that I can actually achieve something hard. So now you know that when those times that you quit when you thought it got hard, you just quit. You had more in the tank, but you just quit. But now you build that confidence, and now you're able to build more things and become more successful in other things in life because you were able to build that confidence through the proof that you gave yourself just by doing the Hyrox. Simple, right? Simple. Like, it's really simple. And then you get respect for preparation, right? Because you can't just go out here and just just do this race. You have to prepare. So therefore, you start respecting preparation. Because what they say, proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. If you used to going out there and winging things and you just doing stuff because you athletic, this isn't that for you. I promise you. You may finish, but how good are you going to do? Are you going to get the results that you want to get? Not only that, guys, you get an identity shift. And I think I said this kind of before in the last, and probably like number 5 or something. But you get an identity shift. Now you get an identity shift of, I do hard things. It's no longer, I'm just trying to breeze by you. Like, I do hard things. This is me. Like, I'm used to doing hard things. And like I said, that's not only just going to go for working out. That's going to go for life overall. Like, you just going to be like, I do hard things. Like, hard things don't bother me. I've done Hyrox. I've done a good number in Hyrox. I've trained hard. I do hard things. So now you won't be so afraid and so nervous just because something seems like it's going to be hard, because your identity is going to be, I do hard things. Like, I literally think, bro, I just one of those people that do stuff that challenge myself. I love challenging myself, but I've been that way. But it started from me just always wanting to challenge myself, right? I'm somebody that be like, bro, you know what? I'm just going to go not eat for 3 days, right? I'm going to fast this. I'm going to turn this off. I'm not going to do this no more. Just because I just want to test myself. To just say, you know what, I can do hard things when hard things come, because hard things happen in life. When hard things come, I'm cool with that because I do hard things already, right? And that's it. And then pretty much, I think probably the last thing I would say, I'm really thinking, I'm just thinking, like, let me see. I guess you get like a detachment from outcomes. You get a detachment from outcomes, right? You're going to mess up. You're going to get a bad rep. You're going to do a bad time. You're going to get a penalty. And you learn how to recover from those things mid-race. You stop letting one mistake define your whole event. You just adjust and keep moving, right? Things happen. You're going to get a bad ref, or you're going to get they're going to tell you to go back, and because you messed up on a burpee broad jump, they're going to get some no reps on the wall balls, but you're not just going to stop there. You learn that this is okay. I just got to adjust and keep moving. I just got to keep going forward. Even when some BS happen, you learn how just not to worry about that thing in that moment so much. You're able to say, you know what, this thing happened, but I'm not going to let this thing define my whole result. And that's it. And you're going to have to just continue pushing forward. And that's pretty much the main things, y'all. Like, that's a couple of different things that I think really can help change your mindset and change your life. And in these ways, technically, Hyrox can change your life in these ways. And of course, there's a lot of other things that you can do to get these same things, but I think Hyrox is a good start, or is a good place to be able to build these things up, right? So just being able to go back through it, you able to detach from outcomes. You change your identity to start saying, I do hard things. You start respecting preparation, confidence through proof. I mean, you start being calm under pressure. Your ego gets stripped away. I mean, process over emotion, right? You start learning the process rather than just saying, hey, worry about it. Instead of the emotion, you're just like, this is what I have to do. And then you redefine tired. You start realizing that just tired is not exhausted, right? Like, that's what it is, right? And then, number 1, for sure, discomfort becomes normal. You become used to being being uncomfortable, which that's life. So I really do appreciate y'all tapping in. If you all are looking for these results or trying to strengthen your mindset, honestly, I think this is a good thing for you to do. So if y'all want, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, as y'all see, I'm always dropping content. I'm always going to be able to put mindset stuff out. I'm always going to put, workout stuff out, Hyrox stuff out here. And I'm going to continue keeping y'all with me along the journey. So continue locking in and do something great for yourself, and go ahead and sign up for one. Why not? And y'all, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out.